time in my life? See, that's big time. Big time. Thank you.
And it's necessary for you to challenge yourself to go after it and get better and leverage relationships that can help you get to where you want.
Good morning, partners. This is your coach Asaf Fundikwera. I hope you had a good night's sleep. Sorry, today I sent you the communications a bit later, but either way, we are here, better late than never. And I would like to welcome you on this training, this morning training, the regular bread and butter that starts off our day. Today, we are going to talk about how to connect with people, connecting with people, and most especially in this business. How do you get to connect to people? But before we even get started, just know one thing. This is a people business. On a daily basis, when you move out of your house, you're going to meet people in restaurants. You're going to meet people in churches. You're going to meet people in shopping malls. You're going to meet people in mosques. You're going to meet people everywhere. But if you do not intend it to connect with people on a purpose, most definitely, you might live the normal life. As a networker, as a business builder or networker, you have an inbuilt-in ladder every day to detect prospects. In our business, do not go out prospecting, but always prospect as you go. Along the way, you're going to meet people, and it's up to you to basically identify a suspect from a prospect. Those are two different kinds of people entirely. But we normally say, have a target audience you always work with, a daily method of operation. So I'm going to hint on a few things on how you can connect with people for the success of your PGI business, most especially. Yeah. Now, before you even start anything, when you're doing your prospecting, find what we call a common ground, something that you have in common with the people that you basically bring on board. Now, as you interact with people, let it be at a wedding, let it be in a restaurant, let it be at a social gathering. Always listen to people to find out something that you can help bond you. All together. For gentlemen, you know that sports is mostly universal. For ladies, they have their issues. Right now, we've been in the political arena. You can decide to basically study someone's spirit and see how you can come in as a politician, but find a common ground where you can be able to talk at the same length. Be on the lookout for things that the person says during the conversation that leads to a common ground, such as a favorite team, sports team, a favorite band, or even a sibling. Do not interrogate the person. Let it come up naturally during the course of a conversation. I'll give you an example today, because we have told you that you need to have an inbuilt-in radar to detect prospects. Now, before you know it, most people are going to become super interrogators and people are going to be concerned. So do not be so intentional. Let it come out naturally. If you can use this acronym called FORM, how are you, how is family, how is work? FORM for FORM. Within the family section, you can start by basically talking to that person about their family. How is family? How is your wife? How is your brother? How are your children? Yeah? How is your mom? If you personally know this person and you know the family, start from there. Then for O, that's basically occupation, what he does for a living. How is work? How is the economy treating your work? How is business? How is the economy treating your business? Altogether. Through those questions, you're going to end up basically identifying a need that you can start with. In R, recreation, how do you spend your free time? Altogether. Then M, that's when you can construct a message focusing on exactly what he has been sharing. I begin by opening up. Do not interrogate the person, let it come up naturally. Remember, let people speak first while prospecting. While prospecting, all you need to understand is that the meeting. While prospecting, let people speak while prospecting, while presenting, while closing, and while following up entirely. So most of the time, I'm in a meeting. Yeah? Now, step number 2, give to people sincere compliments. And give to people sincere compliments. Find something about them that is truly admirable. Look at them. It could be the clothes they're putting on. It could be their hairstyle. It could be how they look. It could be even their shoe. It could even be their watch. Find something about what is truly so unique and good looking towards them entirely. All together. And the other thing is make them feel good about themselves without overdoing it too much. Make them feel good about themselves without overdoing it too much. And the other thing about complimenting, avoid complimenting physical attributes or overly personal subjects. Do not look at the physical attributes of someone's body and you compliment them focusing on that. Now, here are some examples of compliments you can give. You are so good at talking to new people. How do you do it? That's genuine. If they're able to interact very freely, this will open up their level of resistance. Those earrings are so unique on you. Where did you get them? I love your watch. Where can I get one of those? I am so impressed that you can juggle being a parent and working full time. I don't think I could do that. Altogether, sincere compliments. Sincere compliments reduce the level of resistance or even rejection. Find good, something good that you can compliment about this person. Let it come from a place of originality. Do not go ahead and compliment your prospect about how their hair looks good, yet it looks like it has spent 3 months without being made entirely. Altogether. The number 3, follow up about something the person mentioned before, during your conversation or during your meeting. Now, this is a great trick for showing people that you really care about them. Because when you paid attention to what they had to share with you in the beginning, it is a classical impression that you're a person who pays attention to what? To detail. So when you follow up, use exactly what they basically talked about. And a big job interview, it could be a big job interview that is coming up that they talked about. It could be about a new guy they were basically excited about. It could be about family. It could be about their health. It could be about a relative. So, but identify that one thing they talked about during your first meeting and follow up starting from there. It comes out naturally. In this business, do not let contacts pile up in your phone. Follow up turns strangers into friends. So every time you basically talk to someone, give it 24 to 48 hours, call them up and follow them up entirely. Make it a rule of thumb. The fortune has always been in the follow-up. And within 24 to 48 hours, get in touch with that person who you basically talk to and add them to your name list. Make it a habit. It takes 21 days to develop a new habit. And to master that habit, it takes over 66 days. So do it for 21 days. Make sure you wake up every day, you open up your follow-up book, or you go to your WhatsApp group where you put your prospects and start calling up these people and talking to them. For 21 days, it will become a part of your life. And the reason why most people leave business along the way is because they have a weakness of not being able to follow up. It is very, very common. Remember, people will only join you when they know how much you care about them. They'll want to know how much you care about them. So identify that one thing that they talked about, those 2 things that they talked about, and mention them in your follow-up conversation. The reason why you follow up mostly after presentation, is to keep their excitement level high, because sometimes they're going to talk to people, and out of human nature, if they talk to 10 people and all these 10 people, most of them are negative, their excitement level, their morale is going to go down, human nature. But if you follow them up, you'll be able to answer their queries, you'll be able to keep their excitement level high. Take between 24 to 48 hours. And after you've done it, you can add them to another Zoom call with the top leadership. You can add them to a Super Saturday event. You can add them to a members meetup. You can even invite them for a physical meeting at your office where you work from, or you can basically decide to follow them up at their home entirely. The number 5, open up. We're talking about ways you can connect with people. Open up. Let people know that you really understand their situations. There's nothing that sells in our business like being emotional, touching the emotional part of your presentation. Let people know that you really understand their situation. When someone tells you, I don't have money, do not be out there telling them that to make money, you need to get what? To get money. Start from where they started. If they told you, I don't have that money right now, you could go ahead and follow up and find out exactly where they're saying that. Some of them might not have understood the sense of urgency of getting started, but others might genuinely not have the money. So let people know that you really understand, put yourself in their shoes, and tell them, I do understand exactly the economy has been a bit challenging for the past days, for the past months, for the past year, but and this even gives you more reason as to why you need to invest in a side business which pays you even when you're not working, because the industry has been hit so hard. So you don't want people to think that you are too closed off or too private. Reveal some personal information so they feel that you are human and they can really connect with you. One of the things you can do is when you basically talk to someone, you can invite them to even your child's birthday. You can invite them to your social events at home. Here are some things that you can open up, talk about. One, your childhood. Feel free to share because it's already gone. You don't have anything to lose. Your relationship with your family members. Are we together? Your past romantic relationships, your hopes. These are things you can open up during your conversations. Your hopes for the future. A past disappointment. Now, this makes you feel like you're not a robot. You're human. Always remember to apply the feel, felt, found acronym. The 3 Fs. The feel, felt, find. I know how you, someone tells you, unfortunately, we've not been working for some time and you know what is going on in the economy. Start by, that's why we don't have money. Start by saying, I know how you feel. Personally, that's how I felt in the beginning when I was getting started. I did not have cash. But this is what I found out that if there is a genuine need upon your finances, you're going to find a way to be able to deal with it. So always remember to first put yourself in their feet before you object the objection that he has basically come up with. So let it be your formula. I understand exactly how you feel. I just absolutely feel your situation because I've been in the same place. But this is what I found out. We need to do something about our current situation to be able to go to the next what? The next level. So open up, let people know that you really understand their what? Their situation. The number 5, in connecting with people, be the thankful character. Be a very thankful person. This makes them feel appreciated that they are adding value to your life. When they open up and share about their experiences, when they open up and share about what they do, be thankful because now this shows that you appreciate the fact that they've added value to your life. Make people feel appreciated and be honest and open about how much they mean to you. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Making an effort to truly show gratitude can really help you connect with people. And do not just say thank you. As someone who's good at people skills, as someone who's going to be able to build a relationship with many people, you could go an extra mile and send a thank you text. Don't just send a thank you text, but take time to look at the person in the eye, if you're very close, to elaborate on why what this person did really meant so much to you. Be thankful, but do not be the type of saying thanks and that's it. Jude, thank you so much. It has been a wonderful time. I have got value from it. Be very specific. If you received any help from them, thank you for that piece of advice. I am honestly honored that I basically was able to meet you. Be a thankful character. Remember, thanking people will make both of you feel happier. Everybody gets to win. Are we together? The number 6, be a good conversationalist. We are talking about how you can connect with people. Be a good conversationalist. Smile and make eye contact. Make it a point, and mostly on physical meetings. Make eye contact with the person you're talking to. There's nothing that feels bad like looking aside when someone is talking to you. Those are characteristics of someone who's hiding, who has an ulterior motive, and they're not very open. When you look at someone in the eyes, that is the gateway to their soul. You get to determine whether this person likes you or not, or basically he's telling the truth. Smile and make eye contact. It's not easy to smile, but when you smile several times, you will end up becoming a natural when it comes to smiling. Use the person's names. Every time you keep talking to him, mention his name. Start with his name in the conversation. When you mention someone's name like 5 times, automatically they'll start liking you, because a name is one of the most precious things on someone's, a name is one of the most precious items on someone's what? Trademark. When you call me Ndikwera Asaf, I'll be amazed at basically how you can be able to memorize that, because so few people can be able to remember that. So use the person's name during the conversation several times. Have a good body language. Let the body language feel like you want to stay. When you're talking to someone and their legs look like they're pointed towards the door, it means that whatever you're talking, they're not interested. They want to leave. They want you to finish and they go away. When you're talking to someone and they start yawning, that is a signal that what you're talking about is boring to them. They want the conversation to end. So I want you to go and study about body language and the impact it can have on a salesperson, or basically a good conversation. Do not underestimate the value of a good small talk. It's important that you have this small talk all the time. Let it come out natural. And it's not easy, but when you do it several times, it is going to become a part of your life. Make the person feel special as soon as you can, as soon as you can. And tend to ask questions all the time and keep things positive. The reason why sometimes you need to avoid things like politics is because you might rub off on a very negative foot. So try to keep things positive. Find topics that you can talk about which are pertinent to keep your conversation positive. Show that you've been listening. How do you do that? By nodding your head in affirmation. Rephrase the statements they made every time you had an interaction together. So when you become a good conversationalist, most definitely people are going to want to hang out with you. You'll hear statements like, I don't know why, but I feel like you're a very good listener. You're very nice to be around with. When you hear that, your success in becoming a great networker is almost on the way. So be a good conversationalist in connecting with people. So ladies and gentlemen, those are the items on how you can do, how you can connect very well with people. One, you need to find a common ground. Always listen to people to find something that you can bond from. It could be sports, it could be a passion like food, it could be a meeting. Number 2, give people sincere compliments. Be genuine. Look at someone, see something good about them. Start by complimenting that. When you compliment someone, you open the level of resistance is normally opened up. Sincere compliments reduce the level of resistance and rejection. Then follow up about something the person mentioned to you before. People will only join you when they know that how much you care about them, because you pay attention to detail. And number 4, open up. Let yourself feel like a human being. Let people know that you really understand their situations. When you're trying to open up, always use what we call the feel, felt, found acronym. And always be thankful to people. Remember, thanking people makes both of you happier, feel happier, and everybody gets to win. Then lastly, be a good conversationalist. Study and become a master at holding conversations. get comfortable talking to people altogether. So pretty much that's it about how you can connect with people. And these are the facts of life, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to begin by asking you a question. What is the most killing disease in the world right now as I speak? Most of you might think it is COVID-19. Others might think it is cancer. Others might think it is malaria. Others might think it is those chronic diseases we normally tend to experience as we grow up entirely. But the most killing disease on planet Earth around the world is what we call ignorance. Ignorance in our local language, obutamanya. Ignorance has basically killed more people than you can ever begin to imagine. And the most important things in life, these are the four most important aspects of life. It is very important for you to maintain your health, because without a healthy body, you cannot be able to produce. Without a healthy mind, you cannot be able to think right. So as a rule of thumb, every day find something that can help you sweat, something that can help you keep your body in shape. You could do 30 sit-ups on a daily basis. For 30 minutes, you could do sit-ups. You could run around entirely to keep yourself fit and being able to hold your weight entirely. Health, eat 5 fruits, 5 vegetables on a daily basis. Jim Rohn said that 1 apple a day can keep the doctor away. But what most of us do not do is we do not look after our health. People are very important, because without people, you are nothing. In the Bible, when they say, I'm going to open up, there's a window of opportunity. We're going to open up a window. There's a window of opportunity that is going to be opened up to you. It is people are the windows of opportunity they are talking about. Today, I'll give you an example. Telecommunication companies, banks, insurance companies, all these big organizations on a daily basis. The reason why you see them on TV and radio advertising is because they know that people every day get born. People every day attain what we call purchasing power. There's not a single month or a single day I have seen on any TV without a Coca-Cola advertisement. They've been doing it for over close to a century. Why? Because they understand the importance of connecting with people. Now, as a business builder, you need to connect with people every day. It is an ongoing concern. Every day, you need to think like a big business, a multi-billion-dollar business. So people are important. If you don't love people in our business, it's a bit of a challenge. The other thing is your mind. What do you feed your mind on a daily basis? Are you the type of person who wakes up? I mean, during the day, you cannot miss that 1 hour of news, like Agatari Konfufu or NBS at 3. If you tend to look at most of those news, most of them are negative. They make you feel like the world is coming to an end. The reason why people call CNN continuously negative news is because every other time they are reporting about bad incidences. Now, if you feed your mind with those news for the next 10 years, automatically your mind is going to be filled with a lot of fear, with a lot of negativity, thinking that the world is coming to an end. What do you feed your mind? If you want to push your business to another level, if you want to live in a positive way, you can read your Bible, you can read your Quran. There are those inspirational scriptures like Proverbs, Psalms, which keep you motivated. Read about success, read about the industry you're working in. Every time you give 1 hour towards reading in the profession where you are, let me tell you one thing, your life will not remain the same. You are right now in network marketing. Read about success. Read about how to win friends and influence people. Find books that are basically about improving how your business gets to work entirely. Some books you need to read, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. When you look at that title, doesn't it intrigue your mind? I have read it 10 times, but I'm still reading it. Every time I read it, I find something new. You can think and grow rich. What you feed your mind is exactly what you put out. So create 30 minutes every single day. We have a problem. When we left school, we thought that reading ended. That is the beginning point of your reading. Start by 30 minutes. Start by reading a chapter. And before you know it, you will become an automatic reader. I know so many people who do not have a degree, who have never gone to school, but because of reading, they have been able to put their life to another level. So feed your mind with the right thing, not just reading, but what you watch on TV, the kind of movies you watch, the people you surround yourself with will influence your mind. Your environment, where you stay, will influence your mind. Even your spouse, if that spouse is very negative, it is very easy for them to influence your mind towards their way of thinking. Now, about your mind, even your associations, the people you hang out with. If you have 5 broke people, 5 broke friends in your circle, number 6 has to be you. Then if you have 5 millionaires who are forward-looking, people who are excited about the future, 5 within your circle, and these are the people you hang out with most of the time, most definitely you're going to see a positive future. So your mind is very important. Be careful what you put in your mind. What do you listen to on radio? Be careful what you listen to. What programs do intrigue you? The other important aspect is money. We need money. Whether you like it or not, everything that is valuable needs what? Money. Money is not that very important, but this is a fact. It is high up there in priority, close to oxygen. If you have never basically tested money, if you have never called huge sums of money, you'll never understand how sweet money is. But even if money is very important, it is not as important as your health, the people who are around you, and how your mind basically thinks. Your mind is broken down into 2 segments. There is a conscious and a subconscious mind. It is programmed on a daily basis because of what you do. What we are doing right now, I am programming your mind to think right on how to build your what? Your PGI business. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? But this is what most people have done. They have inverted this pyramid. They are out there most of the time. The biggest percentage of their time, they are looking for money. And then the other portion of their time, the reason why they are what they are right now as I speak is what they feed their minds. They spend most of their time feeding their mind with things which do not basically bring them value. I'll give you an example. If you spend most of your time researching about sports, it might not bring you an income, unless if you're going to be an analyst on TV. Even when you get the job, still the income you get is not that good. If you spend most of your time politicking and you want to change your financial situation, you will stagnate. Why? Because politics is for the survival for the fittest. Then most people do not value people. They are loners. Other people do not value people, and then other people do not look after their health. So what has brought the biggest problems in life is basically having these on the priority list. Ladies and gentlemen, what I want to emphasize here is that people spend all their productive years, that is 18 to 50 years, looking for money. And the money they spend, they made from 50 years and above, all the money they made is taken to hospital because of the life they live. So look after your health, look after, learn to love people, have a community of people who basically keep growing you, feed your mind things that are better, are good for your growth. And money is important, make sure you make it entirely. So those are the facts of life. Now, these are the steps in attaining. To be able to reach your dreams, you start from below here, develop what we call a good learning and listening attitude, what we call GLLM. When you develop that attitude, you'll be able to learn. And when you're able to learn, if you remove the letter L from the word learn, you'll be able to earn automatically. Your earnings potential right now is in direct proportion to what you know. Altogether, someone is making $1 million US, there's something he knows that you do not know. So to push yourself to another level, learn about this industry, teach yourself on YouTube, teach yourself on Google, find books like Think and Grow Rich, The Business of the 21st Century, My First Year in Network Marketing. Feed your mind with the right information. The challenges people have been going through, when you study them, you'll be able to counter them in one way, that is profession. If you're able to learn, you'll be able to teach. Our business is a teaching business. If you're able to teach, you'll be able to duplicate yourself and create more leaders who are like you or even better than you. Your goal as a business builder is to create people who do this business better than you so that you can go ahead and do what? And retire. The true networking, true duplication is when Asaf creates so many Asafs, thousands and thousands of Asafs, so that the original Asaf can go ahead and do what? And retire. So if you're able to duplicate, you can delegate. The time is going to come when you have 1,000 people in your team, and they all want you on a Zoom presentation to close their guests. They all want you in their cities. They have an event, but you cannot be at those events at the same time. But if you build leaders, you can be able to delegate and send them there. You can pay for an air ticket for them to go and represent you, or you can assign them the responsibility to attend your Zoom call and do the close. So as the team grows, different responsibilities keep on coming. If you're able to delegate, that's when you get to multiply. And you'll see you have a team in Zambia, you'll see that you have a team in Nigeria, you have a team in Fort Portal, you have a team in Mbarara, you have a team in Masaka, you have a team in Arua, you have a team in UK. And if you're able to multiply, that's when we say you have a network. You don't have a network until you go through this process. There's some people who have been able to make a network through default, but do not put your life to chance. There are certain things you can do on a daily basis. Every day, prospect, invite, present, add people to the Zoom call. And this is exactly what is going to help you build a network. When you do it, you're building the right mindset. Attend trainings and encourage your downlines to attend trainings. And if you're able to network, that's when the income comes and automatically your dreams are attained, ladies and gentlemen. So that's all we had for today. And I'm looking forward to meeting next week on Monday. But I do know one thing, what you're doing is very special. 1 year down the road, or basically 9 months, 90 days down the road, whatever you learn, go out and practice. Whatever you learn, go out, find one concept and practice entirely. So I'm opening up the channels. Feel free to make comments. And as we have only 6 minutes for the Zoom platform to close down entirely. So feel free to share. Hello, hello. Emmanuel iPhone. Kindly unmute yourself and share your learning experiences. Crypto Prince. Good morning, sir. I saw you coming in a bit late. My sister Esther. Kindly unmute yourself, Mr. Twebaze.
Yes, morning, Asaf.
Morning to you, sir.
I still appreciate every detail you give us, and actually, me, I'm always speechless when it comes to the information you give us, because it really motivates and helps me as an individual to really better my networking skills. Otherwise, I will take it to myself to make sure that I pass it to my team, so that as we grow here in Fort Portal, people always are knowing how best they can better their networking. Otherwise, I thank you very much for that daily information you give us.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Crypto Prince. Okay, so for now, I just want to remind you that our Zoom presentation is on tonight at exactly 8 p.m. UK time. Invite massively and make it a point to encourage your business partners to have a daily method of operation of how they basically get to do their business. Even if they put 2 people on that Zoom presentation at night, their role is to teach their prospects how to go ahead and do it and attend our Zoom call. Do download that Zoom app and learn the business wherever they are at the comfort of their home. People nowadays do not have the time to travel from their home and go to training centers and learn. Most of them have, but you'll find that the biggest percentage, you'll find it convenient to attend from home. So teach them a daily method of operation where they can plug in their phone, listen to a presentation, they're preparing an omelette or basically a meal for their loved ones automatically, and they're learning more about the business, but also teach them how to invite two people on a daily basis. And before you know it, you'll have a team that duplicates automatically without stress. Like we normally say, let's meet over the top where eagles hang out with eagles, not pigeons, not ducks. Let's meet on Monday next week. Be blessed, everyone.